Your birth month equals where you have to stay for a week. January, the celestial garden. You wake up surrounded by marble columns, glowing fountains, and a sky filled with stars and planets that never set. The air is sweet, and flowers bloom endlessly. Food is plentiful here, but it is strange, tasting both sweet and bitter at once. You can sleep by the glowing pools, but voices whisper when you close your eyes. The statues sometimes move. If you see one turn its head, leave the garden immediately. February, the underground fun zone. Bright yellow walls, polished tile floors, and slides that lead nowhere fill this place. It looks playful, but it feels wrong. There is no food here except for candy that appears in the corners, though it leaves you feeling hungrier than before. Sleep comes lightly under the buzzing lights, but never for long. Sometimes you hear children laughing, never follow the sound. March, the radio tower field. You are surrounded by an endless field of steel towers stretching high into the sky. The air hums constantly, vibrating in your chest. There is no shelter, and food is scarce. Sleep beneath the towers is uneasy, filled with static dreams. At night, red lights blink in patterns on the towers. If more than one begins blinking at once, you must leave the area, or you will not wake up. April, the massive underground salt mine chamber. This place is cold and echoing, its walls glittering with crystals of salt. The floor is uneven, and the silence is so heavy it hurts your ears. Food is impossible to find unless you stumble upon a worker's abandoned supply pack. In the distance, someone always seems to be watching you. If they get too close, cover your eyes. May, the infinitely long airport runway. You stand on smooth pavement that stretches forever in both directions. The sun is always setting, but never gone. Airplanes sit abandoned far off in the distance, unreachable, and sleep is only possible on the hard concrete. At night, lights flicker on down the runway in sequence. If they ever reach the spot where you are standing, run into the dark. June, the nuclear power plant. You wander through silent halls lined with thick concrete and heavy steel doors. The air is warm, filled with a faint chemical taste that burns your throat. Occasionally, lights hum to life, revealing break rooms with abandoned supplies. Sleeping is possible in the control office, though sometimes the monitors switch on by themselves, showing static. If the warning sirens ever activate, do not wait. Leave the plant immediately. July, the massive storm drain tunnel system. Water trickles through the endless concrete tunnels. The sound echoes around you, making it hard to tell what direction anything is in. Food is limited to rusted cans and bottles that sometimes appear near the water flow. Sleep is restless, with dripping sounds pulling you awake. Sometimes the water level rises without warning. If it reaches your ankles, leave quickly, or you will drown. August, the empty ski resort. Snow surrounds the empty lodges and silent ski lifts swaying in the wind. The air is freezing, and food can be scavenged only from the abandoned cafeteria. Sleeping is possible by the fireplaces, though the fires light themselves. At night, figures in ski gear walk the slopes with no faces beneath their helmets. Do not let them notice you. September, the grass field in the middle of mountains. A wide green field stretches out in every direction, encircled by mountains that seem too tall to climb. The sun shines brightly, and fresh water flows from hidden springs. Food is easy to find from plants in the field. Sleeping on the soft grass is safe, but sometimes you will hear footsteps in the distance. If they ever stop, close your eyes until they return. October, the endless orchard of apple trees. You are surrounded by apple trees that stretch for miles. Food is plentiful, though the apples never taste the same twice. Nights are calm and sleep is peaceful beneath the branches, but sometimes you hear whispering among the trees. If you see an apple already bitten, do not eat it. November, the abandoned hospital wing. Fluorescent lights flicker overhead as you walk empty halls filled with rusted beds and peeling paint. Food may be found in old vending machines, though it tastes stale. Sleeping is uncomfortable on cold hospital mattresses. At night, the intercom switches on by itself. If you hear your name, leave the hospital immediately. December, the desert gas station at night. A lone gas station sits in the desert, its lights buzzing faintly. The shelves inside are stocked with snacks and water, though sometimes they vanish overnight. Sleeping is possible in the small office behind the counter, though footsteps can be heard outside. At exactly midnight, a car may pull into the station. Do not look inside it.